The impact of a high-fat diet on brain health is more immediate and severe than previously understood, especially in aging individuals. A recent study in rats has revealed a shocking truth. Consuming a diet high in saturated fat for just 3 days is enough to impair memory and trigger brain inflammation in older subjects. This finding is particularly alarming because it suggests that the negative effects of unhealthy eating can begin long before any signs of obesity or metabolic disease appear. If the same holds true for humans, it means that even a short period of indulgence in fatty foods could have lasting consequences on cognitive function, particularly for older adults. The study, conducted at Ohio State University, compared young and old rats that were fed a high-fat diet either for 3 days or 3 months. While all animals showed signs of metabolic dysfunction after prolonged exposure to unhealthy food, the most concerning discovery was that memory impairments and inflammation in the brain occurred in older rats almost immediately. This challenges the common belief that obesity is the primary driver of diet-related cognitive decline. Instead, it appears that the diet itself, independent of weight gain or metabolic changes, is enough to trigger damaging neurological effects in the aging brain. The implications of this research are significant. For years, scientists have focused on the long-term consequences of high-fat diets, particularly their role in obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. However, this study highlights a more immediate risk: rapid onset neuroinflammation and cognitive impairment. These findings suggest that older individuals who indulge in just a few days of unhealthy eating may be putting themselves at risk for memory problems that could accelerate age-related cognitive decline. Given that diet-related dementia and Alzheimer's disease are on the rise, this research provides yet another reason to reconsider the role of nutrition in brain health. Perhaps even more troubling is the fact that this kind of high-fat eating is not uncommon. The diet used in the study derived 60% of its calories from fat, similar to the nutritional profile of many fast food meals. For example, a McDonald's Double Smoky BLT Quarter Pounder with cheese or a Burger King Double Whopper with cheese contains a comparable percentage of calories from fat. This means that millions of people who regularly consume fast food, particularly older individuals, may unknowingly be increasing their risk of cognitive decline with each meal. Unlike other dietary risks that take years to manifest, these effects appear to set in almost immediately, making even short-term indulgence dangerous. The study also sheds light on why older individuals may be more vulnerable to these effects than younger ones. While both young and old rats on the high-fat diet gained weight and developed metabolic issues after 3 months, only the older animals showed memory impairment. Researchers believe this is because young animals have stronger anti-inflammatory responses, allowing them to counteract the effects of unhealthy food more effectively. In contrast, the aging brain appears to be less resilient, making it more susceptible to inflammation and cognitive dysfunction even in the absence of obesity or other metabolic disorders. These findings serve as a dire warning about the consequences of poor dietary choices, particularly for older adults. The idea that cheating on a diet for a few days is harmless is now demonstrably false, at least when it comes to brain health. The damage inflicted by just 3 days of unhealthy eating could have lasting effects, especially if repeated over time. Given that many people frequently consume high-fat meals during holidays, vacations, or social gatherings, the cumulative impact of these short-term indulgences could be far greater than previously realized. This research also raises serious questions about the broader implications of Western diets, which are often high in saturated fats. If aging brains are so sensitive to dietary changes, then the prevalence of processed and fast foods in modern diets could be contributing to the growing rates of cognitive decline and dementia. While much attention has been given to lifestyle factors such as exercise and mental stimulation, nutrition may play an even more critical role in preserving cognitive function as we age. The message here is clear: protecting brain health requires more than just avoiding obesity or diabetes. It demands immediate and consistent attention to diet. Older adults should be particularly mindful of their food choices, avoiding high-fat, processed foods whenever possible. Even younger individuals should take heed, as the long-term effects of dietary habits established early in life could shape brain health later on. Policymakers and public health officials must also take this evidence seriously. Given the rising rates of dementia and cognitive disorders, urgent action is needed to educate the public about the dangers of high-fat diets, particularly for older individuals. More emphasis should be placed on making healthy foods more accessible and affordable, while regulations on processed foods laden with unhealthy fats should be reconsidered. The cost of ignoring these warnings could be devastating, not just for individuals, but for healthcare systems already burdened by the increasing prevalence of age-related cognitive disorders. Ultimately, this study serves as both a warning and a call to action. The effects of poor dietary choices are not just long-term. They can be immediate and severe. For those who wish to protect their memory and cognitive function as they age, the best course of action is clear. Prioritize a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods and minimize the intake of high-fat, processed meals. The brain is one of the most precious organs we have, and its health depends on the choices we make every single day.